And the framework through which you can connect to other people who are doing that around the world is through the Brigade program. So we have like toolkits and all this stuff about how to get started with organizing a brigade on our website. So that's the pretty tactical answer.
Hi, this is Noel again. I just want to, as we're all here together, and I think this is a really unique opportunity, is to ask, what's the frequency/velocity of your hack nights? Do you have them? Do you partner hack nights with another monthly or quarterly event? I ask, and I'll just say that what we're looking to do here in New York City is we have a hack night every single week. It kills us. It drains the organizing team, but it's a motivating, and it is our heartbeat. We try to pair that up with either a quarterly or monthly beta talk, which is our thought leader series, and that keeps us together. I mean, everybody loves it, though it's a strain on the organizing team. And I'd love to hear some of the other strategies from Code for All teams and brigades, and how do you do the civic engagement portion?
How many meet weekly? How many meet like monthly or less than monthly, do meetings? Interesting. How many don't do meetings at all?
Virtual meetings.
That would be weird. All right, let's do one more question, then we're going to break. Someone have?
There's so many hands.
Yeah, how about here next to Justin? Huh?
So many hands.
Oh, all of us. Bi-weekly, every other week. Well, I was just kind of like, okay, who meets between once a week and once a month?
All right, thanks very much. My name is Samir from the World Bank. A comment and a question. The comment is just to reiterate the importance of hackathons. I think I am also the first one to roll my eyes when I hear it, but I think it's very much kind of a luxury that we have of these working in communities where we're just at a certain level of sophistication where we can talk about a hackathon being just part of something broader. I think in other places, in really remote parts of the world, getting atypical people like a fireman and a coder together in a room for a weekend can have tremendous impact, either in terms of just incepting an idea or a different methodology in someone's mind. So just my perspective on that. And my question was actually going back to something Justin alluded to earlier, which I think you said, data geeks aren't good entrepreneurs. And I think for the most part, that's probably true, but there are certainly some really good exceptions to that. And so one of my questions is about the relationship between civic technology, Code 4 programs, and entrepreneurship itself, especially when we're talking about sustainability. So it's kind of an open-ended question, but what are your perspectives on the role or the relationship between supporting entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship and the activities and initiatives that you're doing? Thanks.
Do you guys see that? You kind of alluded to it, Daniel, but do you see like entrepreneurs coming into the Code 4 programs because they've got like a business idea they might want to start, or this is a more entrepreneurial venture for them?
Yeah, I can definitely answer, comment on that. So the fellow in Amsterdam currently, he is somebody trying to launch his own API company. And so he's, part of the reason that he was attracted to the program is also to enhance his network and understanding of how government works. And I think definitely from the outset, just from the very first hackathons and Apps 4 competitions, we've always had a clear idea that we wanted to help government work with small companies and learn to go beyond, the huge ICT vendors that are dominating the entire landscape. So introducing them to entrepreneurs, somebody that wants to maybe not create a company, not maybe a startup, not create a company out of an app, but have a sustainable business with a few people that have an expertise on civic technology. And we've actually had small companies apply to the fellowship so that the entire team of a company of 4 people said, we want to be the fellow for the year. And so we've been considering that with the city of Eindhoven, but in the end, there was just a constraint. There were some constraints with traveling and the time they could actually spend there. I thought it was a pretty good idea. So maybe for next year, it's definitely something that I'm leaning towards when it comes to the fellowship model. That it doesn't just have to be this individual, but it can be a team of people.
Yeah, and in Europe, the European Union, there's specific support programs like ODINE, an open data incubator that gives up to 100K to open data startups. And the lab in Hamburg just got funding for an urban planning platform. So yeah, I don't know whether there's similar programs in the US where like open data startups are supported or incubators for open data startups.
Well, I mean, I think all civic tech companies are in some way, shape, or form open data companies, right? Or they're built on open data in some respect, or they're producing some data. I mean, now in the US, there's actually venture capital that's being invested into startups in the GovTech space. And you know, Stacy knows more about this than I do. And there was actually a whole entire event here at Civic Hall. When was that, Stacy? Like 2 months ago? Yeah, just to talk about like the business of civic tech. And it has become, you know, definitely a sector here that has millions and millions of dollars of investment. So we are starting to see a lot more of people who come understanding that there's a potential for building a business, you know, and it presents other questions about how that affects the value of the work, but you know, it takes all kinds to help, you know, get this movement going. We're actually out of time, sorry, but we're gonna take a quick break. There's coffee and cookies. I'm gonna go see if the streets are flooded out. That's exciting. And then we're gonna come back and talk about the best topic of all time, how you get governments on board with all of this work. Yeah.